In case any of you end up in Saturn Valley, I will teach you how to translate Saturnese into normal English. I like dancing. Hello, I am Mr. Saturn. In this place, everybody's a Mr. Saturn. There you go. That is how to understand Saturnese. Welcome back to Earthbound. You know what, I gotta admit, the Saturn people, they have a never say die spirit. They still play this happy music, even though they're getting abducted by some kind of Master Belch person. And we're gonna have to fix that problem today. Master Belch is hiding himself in some kind of secret lab. We have the base. We know where the base is. We have the password to the base. All we have to do is get our way there. Unfortunately, the enemies are never gonna stop spawning. So we're gonna have to battle our way through it. I discovered that my commentary does not exactly fit this game, because I'm used to commentating at a faster pace. You know, Lamalana is a fast-paced game. It's action. RPGs are a little bit slower paced. So I have to learn to take my time with it. So I've been taking notes on people that have also done Earthbound well. And hopefully we'll be able to work that out. Because I certainly don't want to turn off anybody by running out of things to say. Especially when we're against constant battles like this. I'll still cut them out if they get excessive, but I want to make sure I don't bore myself as well as bore you, because that doesn't make for a very good time. Now we know our mission, we're going to have to do it. Hopefully we don't run across many enemies. As I say that, many enemies appear on the screen. I know I'm wasting a lot of time trying to despawn these enemies instead of fight them, and I get attacked anyway. It's fine, it's red antoids, I could deal with it, I could set them on fire! What were you guys trying to accomplish? They were trying to accomplish dying, and giving me more experience points. I'm already farmed up as it is, so I don't really need more experience. You know what, this is just making matters worse for me. Ah, good grief. Luckily, it's only one of them. Somehow the other ones got stuck. I discovered zombies do not like fire. So that's what I'm going to use anymore, is fire on zombies. It's a big waste of psi, though, using fire bait on everything. Alright, that still doesn't solve my enemy situation in the least. You know what? It's time for psi gaming on you guys. Who wants to feel the power of Jurassic Park? You. You in the back. You crocodile. You look like you need some Jurassic Park in your life. Enjoy! The enemies turn into bullets. How does that make sense? It doesn't. Wow, he actually resisted that? I need some better psychic powers for this. This is ridiculous. I can't kill one enemy with that? I know the ants were gonna die. They have miserable HP anyway. At least we get plenty of levels and stats. We're gonna need it if we're gonna engage Master Belch. And maybe this photograph man. Well, actually, I can't be angry at him. This is actually a pretty good scenic spot to have a photograph. So, you know what? For once, I approve. Fuzzy Pickles! Thank you, good sir. I will look forward to seeing this in wallet size. Does this even have a wallet? I think he only carries his ATM card in his backpack. This is where the secret base is, right here. You see me going through the waterfall? See me getting a shower? Well, if we walk all the way to the end and press up, save the password! Well, in fact, don't touch your controller at all. We gotta wait for 3 minutes. So, what could I cover in 3 minutes? I could cover why Earthbound didn't really go over too well in America. In Japan, this game went over great, and it's not because it has Japan humor in it. Okay, it has a little bit of that. It actually has a lot of deep moments too, which I've been making levity of because they're in silly situations. But, in Japan, they didn't have the same motto as they did in America. In America, for some weird reason, the marketing company, whatever Nintendo has as marketing, they decided to go with "this game stinks." And I remember reading that in a magazine and going, why would they market a game they said sucks? Actually, it's because of the scratch and sniff stickers that came with the game. they don't smell like a basket of roses. So that was their whole idea. Also, the game was very expensive. The game came with a strategy guide and all the other stuff and the stickers. It came out to about 70 bucks in American. In Japan, it was actually one of the cheapest games you could find. So there's that. Also, the American audiences themselves, they weren't big on the JRPG thing. All they had was Final Fantasy and maybe Dragon's Quest. Now they came out with an RPG by Ape and HAL Laboratories, which aren't really well known in America. And they're going like, I never heard of these guys. This game probably stinks. I'm not gonna get it. In Japan, of course, it went over very well. Actually, Earthbound was supposed to release for the NES as the first game, Mother, in Japan. And the NES was dying out, the SNES was about to release, so instead of releasing Earthbound for the NES, they kept it for Mother 2 for the SNES. So we didn't get to see Mother until about 8 years after Mother came out. And then the sequel came out, and Nintendo America didn't even want to bother. An outside company, an outside group of people actually had to translate Mother 3 just to see it in America. It's the only way you're going to see that, and that's from, that's actually Starman.net's guys. So that's what happened with Earthbound. That's why you don't hear much of it. I mean, you hear it from the fans, that's pretty much it, but that's the actual reason why it didn't get as popular as it did. Our time should be coming up right about now. Is that guy on a lunch break? Come on! We're getting soaked out here. Open the door! Does it really have to be 3 minutes? Come on, we could compromise. How about 2:30? 2 minutes 30 seconds. Can you let us in now? Hello? I didn't touch the controller. What's going on here? Oh, okay, there we go. Jeez. Took your sweet time, didn't you? Welcome to Master Belch's factory. Luckily, since we get the fly honey on hand, we can talk to this guy. If we say no, we're in for a fight. But let's just get our way past the employees. That's alright, I'm not gonna drop it. Just get out of my way. We have new enemies here. This factory is full of foppies. Foppies are Bink. Some made-up color that E-Toy made up. Anyway, they're kind of weak against Fire Alpha because they all stand in a line. And also we could finish them off with bashes. They're not exactly that strong. They do attack in groups and they have psychic powers, but groups just makes them easier to kill and psychic powers don't even work for them. They give them psychic powers, but they don't have the ability to use them. That's great. These guys are about as worthless protoplasms. And also, small amounts of them from behind, we could automatically kill them. That's great. And we have more farm zombies! Of course, they're still defending this factory to the very end. You might think that Master Belch is actually making zombies in his factory. That's not the case. It's a fly honey factory. He makes fly honey for himself. And there's an example of using the slime generator. Jeff is able to paralyze some enemies using it. Just for one turn though. They recover afterwards. It's just like Solidify. Let's see what these zombies are guarding. A bomb! It's kind of useless. Actually, I've been turning out to be selling my bombs to people. But this large pizza that I bought a while ago, I'm giving that to Paula. The reason is she's a little bit faster than everybody else. So, you know what? Give her all the emergency healing items. And get rid of those protractors. I don't even know where I got it. And I'm also going to give Ness the Sudden Guts pill because I intend to smash Master Belch to death. Is there anything else I need to get out of here? No, we're good. Okay, let's keep going. More foppies! Unfortunately, this is not a back attack. We're gonna have to fight them. You know what? I'm bored. I'm just gonna bash these guys. They're not exactly that big of a threat. Look at that. Jeff beat him up, and he's a 98-pound weakling. Let's continue downward. This factory isn't all that large, actually. Look at all those foppies! Holy cow! You know what I see? I see experience points. Let's use a fire beta! All these foppies are now extincted. 1, 2, 3, D, E, F. F foppies are dead. Oh wait. Well, the count knows algebra now. I got distracted because of naming. I was like, yes, Paula has a new ability. She now has Magnet Omega. It's just like Magnet Alpha, except it affects every enemy, so she could suck off PP points. Which would actually be quite helpful if we really need it off these foppies. They do have psychic points, they just don't use them. Might as well make them useful. And more farm zombies guarding more treasure. Well, wait, didn't only 2 zombies attack us? Where'd the 3rd one come from? Doesn't matter. They'll be on fire now. Fire is very effective against these zombies. Might as well use it all the time. That's great. Also noting with the time, I've come to the decision that 25 minutes is a little bit too long for an Earthbound video. I'm going to aim for 20-minute videos from now on. It's just a little bit too long. I don't want to bore people. Let's see what we picked up. We picked up an IQ capsule, which increases IQ by 1, of course. Now we could give that to Nessa or Paula and increase their psychic abilities, but Jeff can build stuff with his IQ, so we're going to give that to him. And also, we got a broken laser. Jeff can fix this and make a new weapon. The downside of weapons that Jeff makes, though, is you cannot sell them and cannot drop them. The only thing we could do is put them in our Escargot account. So just keep moving on. Here's the Fly Honey production line. Hey Saturn, how you doing? Oh, he's toughing his way through the job. I've worked at factories. It's not fun. You're gonna have to lie to yourself to enjoy it. Usually I wish I could play money. I could play music while I'm at these factories, but sometimes you can't even hear it. Looks like Master Belch is serving Gigas, which is the whole reason why he has zombies in his employ now. And here is a slimy little pile. The basic enemy version of that mini barf that we fought before. But these guys are weak against ice instead of fire. In fact, one freeze beta pretty much destroys them. They're not all that threatening unless you let them live, because they will blind your whole team, just like Mini Barf would. Hi, Foppy. Bye, Foppy. Haha, you died. It's funny to me. And this room will always spawn this magic butterfly. So this has become our home base inside this factory. What I want to do is recover Paula's PP there. Luckily these butterflies will keep coming back. Unless they make a liar out of me. They just might. Alright, anybody need healing? How about you, Jeff? Yeah, he could use it. Actually, I lied. Jeff has a bit more HP than Paula because he doesn't have a PP stat to increase. So he gets a little bit more, but his defense still kind of stinks. Only our 4th friend is the most balanced of the group, and we don't have him yet. We will, eventually. I think it's going to be a long way to go. I don't want to fight that many enemies, though. I know there's a new enemy up there, but... yeah, I'll fight the slimy little pile. Sure, why not? He knows what we've done! He is not going to see the light of day. Ever again. Say goodbye to your slime wife and kids. You are frozen solid. That's what I do to snitches. I get levels off them. Alright, Hypnosis Omega. That's the best hypnosis ability. It'll put everybody to sleep. Well, every enemy. And brand new enemies! We got a mostly bad fly, which is the cousin of the no good fly. But we're gonna have to get the slimy pile out of the way first. Yeah. I don't want to take any risks. This guy has to die. You could use Sci-Fire on the flies and kill them in one shot, which actually I am gonna do, now that they're weak enough. I like going for fancy kills. Look how fancy that is. I kinda like the designs for the psychic powers. Usually with other fantasy games, it's just a little bit of fire. This one, it's like some kind of shockwave of fire going through them. It's excellent. Who were they guarding? A vital capsule for Ness. I'm gonna give capsules to people that will bolster their strength, so Ness gets all the vitality capsules. Might as well play to his tank strengths. There's an HP sucker for Jeff. That will allow us to steal HP off of other enemies. The more HP they got, the more we get back, of course. And a calorie stick, so, who's needing healing? You know, we're kind of over-leveled, and what does the calorie stick heal? 60. It's like a croissant. We're kind of over-leveled, and Ness doesn't really do much with his psychic abilities, so we don't really need to carry around that much food. I'm irritated now! When I get irritated, you don't get a battle. That is my policy, and I'm sticking to it. Looks like we'll have to try to respond to that little slimy pile that's stuck on the ladder. You see him? I don't like him. He knows we're coming. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight him anyway. Take this! He died! I don't know what happened! This Foppy died too! I don't know what happened! Everything's just collapsing and falling over. Man, this factory is not safe. Things are dying just because I touched them. See? That butterfly. He also died, but he died for the greater good of giving me PP. Here's another one! This factory's a death trap! Ah! Well, at least we have psychic powers again. That's good. I'm just splurging all of my psychic powers on enemies that aren't worth it. Yeah. I'm just gonna use the door. Take that! I'll respawn you anyway. I'm just wasting time respawning things, aren't I? The answer is yes. But it's better to dodge them instead of fight them. I'm over-leveled. I like being over-leveled. It makes the game very easy. Like him! We can't avoid this guy. We have to fight this guy. I don't want to say the password. I don't want to wait another 3 minutes. You die now. You see what happened when you demand a password off me? You died! Well, all this goop on the floor tells me that we're about to have a boss fight. It's Master Belch himself! Hi, I'm about to end your... Did you just burp at me? That's disgusting! Yes, I am the boy that's gonna destroy Master Gigas. Well, Ness is 13. It can't possibly be worse than Mondo Mole. Stop doing that! Ah, my stomach is turning. I'm feeling nauseous already. We haven't even started. Alright. The trick to Master Belch is fly honey, and also sudden guts pills. So Paula has our jar of fly honey. Let's give it to him. And also, what can Jeff do? We'll suck his HP. Why not? Now that Master Belch has the fly honey, he can't attack anymore. And also, he gives a lot of HP when he gets sucked. That's the only attack he's going to be able to do. Right as soon as you give him the fly honey, he can still do an attack, but after that, it's pretty much a Mondo Mole encounter. He won't be able to do much else except for wolf down that fly honey. And you can see what nausea does. It's a much stronger poison. And also they can't eat food. We can cure it with healing beta. Alright, it's time to see Ness in action. Time to smash, unless Paula kills him first. Alright, Ness, now's your chance. Swing for the fences! That was a bunt. Look, I'm gonna give you another shot at this. He has 38 guts, but he refuses to smash. You know what, I'm gonna sell these sudden guts pills from now on. There. You feel goodness? You didn't smash him, but at least I let you get the kill. We get a lot of experience points for defeating a boss. And we get Psi Thunder Beta. Thunder Beta will allow us to shoot 2 thunders instead of 1. Sorry, I had to click off the screen there for a little bit. Oh, too late. Master Gigas has put up a Meany statue in Forside. Isn't the Runaway 5 there? I hope they're okay. Ugh. That's terrible. Why did you have to bring that up? Spanking. Ugh. Just die already. Ugh. One more for good measure, huh? Ugh. I think I got some of them on me. Oh. Gross. Mr. Saturn, at least you got out of here. No, and he picked up his dirty habits. Don't do that, Mr. Saturn. Ah. Oh, he taught Mr. Saturn's a bad thing. A very bad thing indeed. Ugh. Looks like these guys are a little bit affected by working at factory as well. But at least we freed all the Mr. Saturns, but at what cost? We're covered with barf. We're gonna have to wash it off in this hot spring. All you have to do, just stand still for a bit. Let the hot spring do its work. And try to be up here. If we move around, it won't do any good. There, finally. Ah, that smells so much better. Actually, this hot spring also works for getting rid of status effects, so we don't have to visit the Dr. Saturn living in the trash can anymore. What do you have to say? Oh, he added the ladder here. Now we could just go to the hot springs whenever we want. Let's talk around the Mr. Saturn village. Didn't one of these Saturns have something for us? Indeed. Do I need to start translating for the Saturns again? Because I will. I understand Saturnese, and so can you, with 3 easy payments of $9.99. I'll just send you this Let's Play. You'll learn all about it. Oh, here's the guy that has a secret item for us. A cup of life noodles. A Mr. Saturn coin, and... Come on. Cough it up. Don't be stingy now. I saved your people. Alright. He gave us a stag beetle too, but he has nothing for himself now. So we get a cup of life noodles. We're going to give Paula the Mr. Saturn coin, because it's an extra defensive boost. It goes on the other as everything else. And it brings her up to 72, and increases her luck by a little bit. The stag beetle will throw that in an enemy and they'll solidify. So I guess that's it right now for the Mr. Saturn people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rest in his hotel until Jeff fixes things. And I'm going to call up the Escargot Express and drop up some more stuff, like that jar of fly honey that's no longer of help. I'm ArmoredChocobo. Next time, more Saturn Valley. There's a sanctuary around here. I could feel it in my psychic mind. Good night, folks.